My name is Gregangelo. I'm an artist born and raised in San Francisco and been working my whole life. When the pandemic first hit, I'm in the arts and entertainment field. We were in public assembly, so we were the first to get cut. And of course, like anybody, we thought, oh, it was just a few weeks, we weren't sure what's going to happen. Before you know it, all these young and elder artists like myself and others were working outside, basically turning the place inside out, and we're just feverishly creating with any materials that we can get our hands on. We built shows outdoors, starting right around where I'm sitting right here. It didn't look anything like this. There were no flowers out here or anything at that time. We did shows, and we were doing up to 20 to 25 shows a day, with over 30 artists being featured. The longevity of an arts business is very difficult to think about. So I work with an attorney, I have a trust, I'm always trying to figure out, like, who does my business get left to? But there was never any solid plan. Even our lawyer would joke, it's like, this is going to be like a golden ticket winner. I've been in this neighborhood since 1979. It was a very different era in San Francisco. And I've had a lot of neighbors in and out, and I've always had a wonderful, wonderful rapport with everybody until I received a very unusual notice from the city about an awning that's right here in front of my house. It's been there a long time. There's an awning there. And it was about how it's illegal and this, and I didn't understand what it meant. So I called our attorney. I was like, I don't know what this is. And it opened this whole can of worms. And it turns out it was from somebody, a neighbor who is a couple of blocks away. I've never met him before. I don't know who he is. I've never had any interaction with him at all. The next day, he buried the complaint that he made with the city and made it anonymous, but it was too late because I had already seen who did it. And he was actually representing our entire homeowners association here, which has always been a very lovely, benevolent homeowners association. So that really started to sour the pot for the first time ever. So I did not have the idea to become a landmark. It came about when I was suddenly during the pandemic, when we were just struggling harder than ever, and all of a sudden I'm in with city planning in San Francisco. Now, city planning in San Francisco does not have a great reputation, but I've got to tell you, I've had a great experience. So during this awning complaint, I kept getting legal threats now about me, about my property, about my business. I got cease and desist notices that my business has to stop. So I got a phone call one day from I'm in District 7 of San Francisco, District 7 Supervisor Myrna Melgar, who kind of became enamored with the place because I would invite her office and staff over for when I did public events, which is, fairly often. And she caught wind of what was happening and said, Greg, I'm going to take initiative to landmark your place. Landmark status. It's going to be a long haul. It's going to be difficult. But based on the cultural value of it, you will qualify for this. And I started going through the process of landmarking.
My name is Myrna Melgar, and I'm the supervisor for District 7. I help Gregangelo landmark for a couple of reasons. First, it's just the right thing to do. It's such a unique place. So we confer landmark status on places that we want to preserve, that we want to uplift. We want to make sure that it gets lots of play in the guidebooks. We want people to know about it. So that's the very first reason to landmark a place. But the second reason to landmark it is to make sure that the museum is successful, that Gregangelo here in this place is successful. And what I mean by that is that we're surrounded by single-family homes. And there's been a couple of times where folks were unhappy about what was going on in here.
While Mr. Herrera is requesting support of his efforts to increase his commercial footprint in our neighborhood, to do so would open the floodgates to venues in Balboa Terrace that would change the character and quality of the area.
Please keep in mind the critical distinction between a long-standing non-commercial use of the property versus a very, very recent commercialization.
It will lead to expanded business operations by Mr. Gregangelo Herrera, and it will lead to other neighbors trying to get away with the same thing and ruin the character of our neighborhood.
My idea was to apply for landmarking because it's such a unique place which under the San Francisco Code then allows us to be flexible with the zoning to allow for this wonderful thing to take place so that in the future, the folks who were unhappy could not use the system to file complaints that really are not productive.
Being in hearing rooms in City Hall is not something that I was looking forward to, but I have to say when I left each hearing, I left incredibly moved, felt incredibly supported by so many people who showed up in our favor, and ultimately by the city who was actually enlightening me to what I actually do for the city, which I didn't really know.
How amazing is it to have the Gregangelo Museum be in that neighborhood which once did not allow people to buy a house because of the color of their skin, and now is supporting the arts.
In a world where it is so easy to lose ourselves, our creative wonder, and our connection with others, the Gregangelo Museum has made a lifelong commitment to helping us hold on to those values.
Although I moved from my country, I feel welcome at Gregangelo Museum. It's a second home for me.
Without that place, I wouldn't have been able to thrive, not just as an artist, but as a person.
It's the very essence of San Francisco.
What was interesting is that they're landmarking a building that's always, though the structure's not going to change and will always be maintained, the art in it is always going to evolve. And they landmarked it accordingly, saying there's, certain aspects of the house that can't change.
San Francisco is a city of artists and creators and queer joy. And no other institution better exemplifies these facets than the Gregangelo Museum.
I remember having this out-of-body experience looking at, couldn't even hear the voices, all these voices and people around me, feeling great support. I felt wonderful support about me. But I remember thinking, how did my life come to this moment where these people are going to decide whether I exist anymore? It was a very strange feeling.
On the motion to adopt a recommendation for approval, Commissioner Baldoff.
Aye.
Commissioner Campbell.
Yes.
Commissioner Vergara.
Yes.
Commissioner Wright.
Yes.
Commissioner Foley.
Aye.
Commissioner Nagaswaran.
Yes.
And Commissioner President Matsuda.
Yes.
So moved, Commissioners. That motion passes unanimously 7-0.
About 3 months after that hearing, I was I go to these legacy business mixers that are usually at different bars in San Francisco that have been around for more than 30 years. And somebody approached me and he said, I was the head of that committee. And what you're doing for this city is absolutely spectacular.
It's really great to see the arts here. It helps slow things down and really think about what's important.
I just want you to know that you deserve to be here and be honored.
I really feel it exemplifies what San Francisco is about. You kind of show up and you kind of expect one thing, and then this whole other universe unfolds for you.
That moved me deeper than anything I think I've ever heard, because I'm not intentionally setting out to do something great. I'm just doing what I know how to do.